Well, my grandfather, he actually served in the 277th Engineer Battalion, and it's now Engineer Company. It's been changed over since then, but he served in Central Europe, the Rhineland. He fought in the Battle of the Bulge. He actually just passed away recently, but he lived to be 103. And he didn't really talk too much about the military with my family until I joined. I mean, I think it impacted everyone that served throughout the rest of their lives. And I think with him, I mean, he lived to be 103. So I think it gave him some perspective, whereas he could deal with loss. I mean, it's a sad, basically, but true fact is you deal with loss enough and it doesn't desensitize you to it, but you find your own way to cope through it. And I think that having served over there, most likely losing a lot of friends, and as you say, keeping the newspaper clippings, to me, that right there tells me how important he sees this is. Because I mean, I look at it this way: is many soldiers probably don't keep newspaper clippings of terrorist attacks that happen in the world for their future generations to learn from. Just because it's almost that doesn't affect me type thing. It's bad, but it doesn't affect me, so it's not me that has to keep it. I mean, he kept newspaper articles from people he couldn't have met. They're Russians, some of them, and it was just amazing to me that it was so important to carry on that message of how bad it was into the future generations so we don't have that happen again. I mean, I have kids, so to me, a big thing about my role is not raising a future generation of prejudiced adults. I mean, me and my wife, we don't teach about basically prejudice or anything. Well, not, we don't teach about negative, we don't reinforce prejudice. We basically talk about how something happens like that, we'll point out how dumb it is to think a certain way. As in basically, oh, I don't like these people because of this or this and this. I think my biggest role is just to pass on to them the importance too of knowing the ramifications of bad actors in the world. And the ramifications also of just letting them have their way and doing whatever they want in the world. So that's for me is my biggest thing is just raising good adults, future adults.